Hi, I'm Linda, and I'm excited to present the possibilities of Empower Services and how it can empower your HR work processes. Empower aims to streamline HR processes so that it follows a logical path. Companies have had their own way of handling HR needs, but if you think about it, HR is very broad and encompasses many different aspects of one's employment with the company. So then how does a company navigate through the various HR needs of their employees? Previously, many have had one point person handling everything HR, no matter how generic or specific. This creates a plethora of things that could go wrong, such as dispersed emails with no follow up methodology. That point person can get flooded with emails, and as a result, requests may get lost or simply forgotten. These requests could then be logged into spreadsheets. However, that presents its own challenges, such as like files can get or information can get easily overwritten. There's no way to attach supporting files. There's no Spreadsheets are not really good as a central repository to keep files together or linked to some context. So Empower is three things really. It's an HR management system. And it handles automation, and it could serve as a communication hub. So as for the management system, each request or case is tracked in our system and is given a ticket number with the prefix HR. All tickets submitted through this system are easily found and accessible to certain groups. Tickets are prioritized based on the user's case. As HR matters are pretty sensitive, we've enabled security controls through permissions that are assigned to certain HR roles. We've employed on a principle of least information needed to know. So that way that we aren't oversharing and sensitive information. So the management system houses all relevant information of that request, so it is stored on one platform. Next, for automation, it all begins with the end user, and that end user will kind of trigger off a flow based by submitting a form, usually on behalf of an employee. So once that person submits a ticket, it triggers the process. It assigns a group and an individual to that request, and depending on the need, individual tasks have been assigned and ordered in a way that goes through a linear process. Tasks are not doubled up or presented out of order from each other, providing a seamless direction. Recipients and relevant individuals are kept abreast of their status, of their request status through notifications that are built into these processes. Some are out of the box and some are configured. In addition, context of each request is provided through additional comments or resolution notes. These fields are marked mandatory to set context to each case and to their status. Implementing context to these tickets provides information and circumstances of the request without having to dig through external sources like emails and having to piece together. Related case to Related cases to the request are linked to provide extra context and to inform the impact of their processes on the request. So that is Empower Services in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and move on to the demo to kind of to demonstrate how this works in practice. Thank you. Hello, so I'm going to go ahead and run through a short demo of the Empower Services portal. And so here's the portal right here. We have a search engine bar up as a banner. And so here you can just do a quick hand Google of anything that's kind of like outside the parameters of this portal. Next here, we have three links here. These are different links leading to different forms, and so you would fill out the form pertaining to which topic that you need to submit for. So this first one here is just a general query. If you have questions on payroll or benefits. Second here is a confidential query. if you wanted to report like a confidential, like I don't know, something, if you are experiencing any kind of sexual harassment, or things of that nature, that kind of needs to be hush hush. Third is a employee separation form to kind of get the termination started. So here, up here in the header menu, we have a list of all the HR cases that are opened, and here it has the same information. It kind of mirrors this, but this one is just I think easier to identify because it has the requested for's name attached to it, so it's easier to identify. Here we have an announcement widget to announce any kind of news, any webinars coming up, just any information to bring to the employee's attention. Down here is some snapshots of report metrics. This first one here is a pie chart kind of showing the ratio of the three different forms, and which one's, I guess, more popular, quote unquote popular. Second one here is shows the open to closed cases, and the last one here just shows, it looks like a kind of a speedometer showing the ratio of how many of these cases have been resolved. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just take one of these for a test run. Here I just selected this employee separation. I am the requested by, because I am logged in as the requester. I'm getting the process started for Abraham Lincoln. Oh no, let's pick someone else. Let's do Alejandra Prenant. Okay, so she doesn't have a contact phone tied to her profile, so we'll just include that in. Separation type is resignation. This is starting from tomorrow. Here is resignation of. Just say like Ali, why not? Okay, she said, got a better paying job. Okay, so let's go ahead and submit that. So as you can see here, the case has been started, and a new HR number has been created. Okay, so now we are in the Now platform here. So this is kind of the internal platform of the users of the HR application. So the HR department would have access to all of the records pertaining to this application. So I'm going to go ahead and in the navigation bar, I'm going to type in human resources. So these are all the tables pertaining to the human resources application. And so this application is divided into two main categories. One is the regular HR ticket. So this is kind of the overall ticket. And under that is the HR task. So these are individual tasks that are tied to the HR ticket. So, okay, let's go ahead and go to open here. And so resignation of Ali, this is the one that we had just created. So we're going to go ahead and open that. And so you can see the information here has been populated from that form. And so this is copied over the short description, the description. And then here is the requested for's profile information. And so it also copied over the separation type and the date. So here we scroll down. This is the task. This is the human resources task that's been assigned to this case. So let's go ahead and click on this. And so this here tells us that we need to collect the resignation document. And so let's go ahead and assume that we've already done that. Let's close this out. So now it's prompting additional comments. So with this application, one of the things that we've tried to sort of mitigate is the sort of the disparate sources of information, and so we try to keep context sort of contained within the record. And so we enforce we enforce users to leave comments, to leave like sort of breadcrumbs and trails of information and context, so that another person who's not familiar with the case can just kind of jump in and follow the logic here. Okay, so here I'm going to just say, your resignation document received. All right, so close. Okay, so now it's prompting us to provide close notes. Resignation document received. It might seem a little redundant to require all of these notes, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's easier to piece together like information, too much information, than to like not have any. So here, okay, so now we have closed out this first task. So let's go ahead and go back. And so now, okay, so the way that these tasks are delivered is that the next one isn't delivered until the previous one closes. So now the last one closed, we closed the last one, now we have another one. And this one is to conduct an exit interview. So we've already done that. Let's close this one out. I said exit interview, done. And then we're gonna, because this one's also required, so exit interview, done. All right, so I'm gonna say close. All right, so now that one's been closed, we're gonna go back. Let's go down. Now we're gonna go to a third one, payroll. This is to pay off all of the the remaining benefits. So payroll has already done this. Payments, final payments dispersed, and then final payments dispersed. In a real life situation, you want to be a little bit more detailed, but I'm not in payroll. I don't know what goes on. So let's go ahead and close this out. Okay. Oh, it didn't save. Okay. Final payments made, whatever. And then final. Okay. Update. Okay. So now, we are in the other. So we're in the overall HR case. So I just wanted to bring attention. This is still open here. Okay. This is not going to close out until all of these tied tasks are closed. So we still have one open. So after we finish this, then the whole entire case will be closed out. So that is part of the sort of automation that has been implemented into this application, because we don't want to have any stray cases just open, even though all the tasks have been closed out. All right, so let's go ahead and just close this one out. We did this. We exit documentation complete. Complete. All right, close, update, and then close. All right, so now we are in. So now you see all of these tasks have been closed out, and now the state of the sort of umbrella case has been closed. So if I were to refresh, now it's been officially closed. So I just this is just a very high level view, a high level demo of how this works and how the sort of automation works. But in a real life situation, you probably would have more you would have more tasks. It would be assigned to probably different groups to take care of certain tasks, because especially with separations, there's probably a lot more to it than just what I've demonstrated here. But again, this is just kind of like a sort of a brick and mortar kind of explanation. I do kind of wanted to show that some notifications have gone out as part of, which these are out of the box here. And so the ones I've done some others here, but I wanted to show that I've done, this is, I have to clear this out, but some of these notifications have been Okay, so this one was probably, yeah, this one's for this one, yeah. So some of these are out of the box, so these are standard notifications that went out, but these can be configured to send out more, I guess, more frequently or less frequently. So that would be kind of implemented with or incorporated into your workflow. So I hope that this demo has been enlightening and I just hope hopefully I was able to sort of demonstrate how just very easy and streamline this whole process and how building applications within ServiceNow can make your workflow easier and more efficient. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.